Hello, dear Scorpios, and welcome to your February 2023 readings. If you're new to my channel, my dear Scorpios, please do subscribe. So let's get started. What's in store for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Well, it starts with quite an energy. Well, the energy is that of an inner duality, an inner conflict for some of the Scorpios, where they are, like Shakespeare says, to be or not to be. Yes. In which one did he say that? I forgot that. You will let me know in the comments. So this is how it is going to be. There is going to be for some of the Scorpios, there is going to be a kind of a conflict. There is going to be a choice to be made in the first week of February. Which path to go? What should I do? For Scorpio students, it will be like, should I take this path? It looks really nice. It looks good, it looks easier. Well, this path is a bit tough, but then later I can have good results out of this path. So Scorpio students, you need to really use your intuition. Don't just think short term, okay? Think long term. And in general for Scorpios, don't think short term at this point of time, my dear Scorpios. Think long term, okay? What appears easy right now can get really, really complicated later. And what appears difficult right now can get wow and amazing later on. So make the good choice, okay, Scorpios, because that department you have to be very careful. You have it all to succeed, but sometimes what happens is that those choices lead to some kind of challenges later on. When it comes to your love life, when it comes to your professional life, when it comes to your health. So in all sectors of life, Scorpios really, really need to make the good choice. When to be aggressive and when to be soft. Okay? Once you learn that, you're fine. Okay? And in the first week, you will be provoked. You will be provoked to fight and say some things that are really, really wrong. And when you will say something wrong, they win. So be careful of what you utter in your anger. Be careful not to get provoked. It's difficult, I understand, not to get provoked. But at the same time, just see, what is it all about. If it is really coming from a kind of a concern of a loved one, then try to understand why this fight. And if it is just coming to accuse you of something, then deal with it your way, okay? Then I also see that there will be some kind of, for some of the Scorpios, there can be some kind of a financial crunch that they can feel at this point of time. For some of you, you can also be battling with some kind of a fatigue, inner fatigue or tiredness, or some kind of, viral or bacterial stuff that is troubling you at this point of time. For some of the Scorpios, it's also going to be related to administration work. And administration work is pretty tiring, isn't it, my dear Scorpios? So you need to be careful regarding all your paperwork. Also see that all your papers are there, okay? Before you travel, before you approach any immigration office or any administrative government offices also, because there can be some problems related to paperwork that can happen. So an administrative week also is here. And always know, my dear Scorpios, things come in phases, good times, bad times, nothing lasts, isn't it? And that's really good, because imagine all the times if we had good times, I would get bored, honestly. I mean, come on, there has to be some little bit of thing to shake us up, right? And all the time bad times also, I would also be tired about that also. So life is a mix, where they say like joys and sorrows are interwoven, right? And this is how it is. And in the first week, just know that if there is some little challenge arising at this point of time, some confusions, it is to direct you to a good path. So don't take it to heart, but learn the higher purpose around it, my dear Scorpios, and be careful of how you are discussing or negotiating, or rather speaking to your loved ones, because you might hurt people who really care about you, my dear Scorpios. Sorry. So just know that, my dear Scorpios, okay? And then we go to the second week, and the second week seems to be a promising week. And how is it promising, my dear Scorpios? Well, the second week is getting some energy of prosperity into your life. Some of you might make a big investment in the second week. Some of you might invest in a land, in a study course, or in some new course. You can enroll yourself into for some new studies. For some of the Scorpios, it will be for a vehicle. For some of you, it can be a house, a new residence, or a new flat, or a new vehicle, or to travel somewhere, or to pay for your children's education also. So I see, all in all, there is an investment energy here, and for some of the Scorpios, they are going to get money through the sale of something that they were planning to sell, or they will get money through a relative, or inherit some money also, or some land deals will get finalized in the second week, and you will get money for it. While for some of the Scorpios, there can be sudden expenses also related to your house, related to some sudden need from a relative who asked you for money. So it was not in the budget, but then you advance them money at this point of time. This is what I see. And for some of the Scorpios, I see that some of you might be a bit secretive. I'm telling Scorpios, you're going to be secretive. That's not fair. Yes, you know it. You are secretive, right? And I think it's a good thing to do. You have to be secretive, because there are two things in the world, I feel, is one is to know what not to tell, and the second is just nothing, in the sense you don't need to tell everything to everyone, because at the end of the day, people change, okay? So know that, and that I feel Scorpios deal with it very well, and some of the signs need to learn from them about how to keep the things to themselves also. Yeah, so in the second week, I see that Scorpios can be a bit secretive, and there is an element of secrecy also. Either you are keeping secrets, or somebody is keeping secrets from you. So, or you might learn of a secret that was not known for very long, it was kept from you. So there is this element also. In the matters of the heart, my dear Scorpios, just be careful of not being too secretive also. If you are already in a committed relationship, transparency is good, because this is how we maintain relationships. And the nature of the Scorpio is secretive, and sometimes the partner can feel a bit left out in the cold, that, oh, I didn't know that, you should have told me that, okay? So just be careful about that, my dear Scorpios, in the second week. And for students, Scorpios, also I see that you might invest for some kind of studies, and to acquire some new skills also. This is what is seen. And then we go to the third week, and this third week's energy is about foreign connections, my dear Scorpio. Some of you are traveling in the third week of this month, while some of you are making contacts with people from other cultures, other nations, okay? And some of you might even get visitors from another country, or you're meeting some visitors from a foreign land. This is what I see. Whatever comes from a foreign land at this point of time, my dear Scorpios, is going to be very advantageous. Advantageous, do we say that? Very beneficial. Let's come to that. Avantage. Yes, so it will do you good to keep in connection with the people from the offshores, because there is some benefit, some advantage that is coming from them towards you in the third week. I also see that some of you might even start with some kind of a relation with a person settled in another country. This is what I see. While some of you might learn a foreign language or enroll yourself in a foreign language, and some of you might be almost traveling or planning long distance travel at this point of time. This is what I see. For students, Scorpios, you will also be trying to find possibilities to study abroad or join a correspondence online course also to learn about things. This is what I see in the third week. And it's a beautiful week because whatever is coming from foreign countries is extremely beneficial, monetarily speaking, also making new friends, learning, acquiring new skills also, and for traveling. And then we go to the last week, and this is also a beautiful week, my dear Scorpios, because you are entering into a period of luck, a period of chance, a period of making more money. Money is coming in through different sources, my dear Scorpios, in the last week of Feb. And I see the sun is shining upon you. You are getting more opportunities. You are being victorious, I would say. You are getting compliments at this point of time. I also see that sentimentally also you're entering into a period of chance. So you might have a lot of admirers at this point of time. And if you are single, then you are going to be a bit confused for sure, because there are going to be some who are really, really nice. And so you're going to be like, maybe this one, but then, maybe that one. And then take your time, okay? There is no hurry. Choose the right one, because you can't choose everyone, right? It would be a headache. To manage one can be a challenge. So imagine, so if there are so many, how will you manage it? And in a committed bond of marriage, or if you're in a committed relationship, it's going to be a nice time, because you both are going to be on a good level of understanding. This is what I see. For students, Scorpios, also I see a good time at this point of time. They might get some kind of lucky breaks, or in the form of a good teacher, or they wanted a particular course, they wanted a particular field, and now they can see that things are opening up for them where the decision making is concerned. So we start with the energy of confusion, but we are going towards clarity and towards a decision in the last week of Feb, my dear Scorpios. So I thank you very much, and thank you for being patient. I am still recovering with my arms and hands, but I'm much better. I'm giving the pain a tough challenge. You know what? When you're in pain, give the pain so much of pain that it leaves you, and this is what I'm doing actually. So thank you for listening. Please do like, share and comment, and I shall see you next month. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye bye. God bless. Bye.